Okay, so I'm here with Leah today. So Leah, thank you very much for giving us a little bit of time and to give us an insight on how you've been running the PT Academy. So if you don't mind just kind of introducing us, telling us just what kind of gym you have, where you're situated, that kind of thing.
Of course, yeah. So hi everyone, I'm Leah. I am one of the 5 owners at Cobbydale Forge Gym. We initially opened our gym kind of like a boot camp style in the park classes system, and we did it in a really old 100-year-old derelict mill, and quite quickly we realised that there was a lot more need for open gym, so we turned quite swiftly into 50-50 open gym and then classes. That kind of evolved into small group PT in one area, and then it evolved to open gym in another area, and then it evolved to like the standard boot camp classes running continuously. We are based in North West Yorkshire. It's a place called Silsden, so it's quite a small village, and we're in the heart of it.
Yeah. And how many years have you had your gym for?
So this is the 3rd year that we're going into now.
Fantastic. Okay, so the reason we're doing this kind of interview today, just what's the reason you decided you've got your gym now, things are going really well by the sounds of it. What was the reason you decided to look into adding a PT Academy to what you're doing?
I guess it was me that was kind of probably looking for something. I had just left teaching in the December to come and work full time in the gym, and that's all I've ever known is teaching and coaching, and I had gone to the back end and was doing all the systemizing, managing, and doing all the kind of stuff that potentially was a little bit boring. And then I saw yourself, Ian, you popped up on a well-placed advertisement on Facebook.
Just happened,
and I was like,
that's right.
Oh yeah, it just happened to be there. And I was like, yeah, oh my gosh, this is what we could do. Now, we naturally have been, let's say, coaching our coaches very naturally from the beginning. So we've been finding either members or locals, family, friends. We've kind of been bringing into the gym and going, hey, come and watch us. Like, you're really good at this, or you've got a really good transformation. And naturally, bringing these people on to be our members of staff, but we weren't qualifying them. And they were going online and doing a course and kind of coming off that course, and I'm thinking, oh, they're missing a few things, or there's just not this part, and everything's been on the computer screen. And I was like, we could run such a good, cohort of people, and A, it'd be really good because that's my expertise, and B, it would be able to filter new blood into our gym when the time comes that, some of our staff might leave us or move on to different pastures.
Of course. So do you think like the main reason is in money is kind of one of the reasons you did it, for an extra income stream, or was it mainly so you've got your own kind of pipeline of staff coming in, or a bit of both, or you didn't really think about the reasons at the time, it was just something you wanted to do and now you've found those benefits from doing it?
Yeah, I suppose looking on it now, like when we sit down with accounts and things like that, they're like, wow, this is a really good income stream. But a lot of things that we do isn't really for that. It's kind of because of the enjoyment or the passion or the kind of like, let's try something new. We kind of always say, if we're not changing, we just remaining the same, and that's never good. So we're always looking.
Really good. It's a really good, nice way as well, isn't it? When I hear people on Zoom and things, it's nice when the main thing is not, I want to just make extra money. It's really nice when you hear, I think I'll be good at educating the next kind of generation of personal trainers. I've got a passion for doing this. But at the end of the day, we're all businesses as well, and we're all trying to make extra money. So that's great. So what obviously people want to hear when they're listening to this is, okay, it all sounds great, but kind of, can you make any money doing it? And so I just want to go through, you've been with us now for what, about three months or something like that? 3 or 4
3 months, yeah.
So what sales have you made?
So we, our first cohort, we started last weekend, and we have 18 people on our first cohort.
So you sold 18 students on the very first course that you've ever ran within 3 months?
Within 3 months, yeah.
And what are you charging those people to do the course?
So if they pay upfront a one-time fee, it's £1,997. And if they choose to split over different payments, it's £2,085.
Right. So give or take, you've done about 40 grand of sales.
Yeah.
And you probably paid us about 3 grand so far.
Yeah.
I'm going
So
to
it's a
put
good
my
balance.
prices up. I'm going to put my prices up.
Yeah.
So it's working really well. So how have you actually got those people on? Now, we can talk to people about how we tell you to run Facebook ads. We help you with that. We help you with landing pages, all this kind of stuff. But from your experience, was it difficult to get those people on the course? What different methods did you use to make those sales and get the leads coming in?
I would say initially, I think it's just because we have a really, really good following and we offer a really good product and service. We're consistent on our social media and it's always about the people, the members and the community. And we are a community-driven gym, so the community has a lot of say in events, in the timetable, in everything that we do. And we just advertised it very similar to that, kind of saying, look, here's what we do, and we do it really well. We're an award-winning gym. So I think first and foremost, if you can get like accolades or accreditation or you social proof yourself straight away, people are going to go, well, they are the pinnacle of this area in this gym. And then everything else just kind of snowballed off the back of that. We did quite candid interviews, we did some funny reels, and then it really sold initially. The first probably like 5 or 6 places sold just from us mentioning it on our social media for the gym.
Yep.
Then we were like, let's take this seriously. We're going to rebrand it. So our gym's Cobbydale Forge, but our education program is Forge Ed. Yep. So it's like a branch off, and we do it when the gym's closed as well. So it's kind of that kind of really, they've got the whole space of the gym, and we offer it kind of on a really small personal service.
Yeah, because I think the one fear people have when they maybe talk to me about this is, yes, they want to run education. Yes, it sounds like a good idea, but the one thing that people do worry about, whether they tell me or they don't, is, am I going to make any sales? Am I going to get leads coming in? So obviously you've had plenty of leads to make 18 sales, but did you find the actual sales process like difficult, or like it was fairly easy to close those people when you talk to them?
I think I had something like a 98% sale. I think we've got maybe 5 or 6 people who got in touch with us. We got onto a Zoom call and they didn't say no, they just said next time. So they're just kind of warm, ready for the next one. Yep. I think it's really easy to sell something when you know it's good, when you know what you're going to deliver is amazing. And I always say, give them a grand slam offer. So give them something nobody else is doing. So we do that with a lot of our stuff in the gym. So, okay, we're going to deliver the level 2 and 3 PT. But on that, we're going to show you how to become an online presence. We're going to show you how to build an origin story. We're going to give you accountancy advice. We're going to let you travel to gyms. So we've added things in that just puts us up here. And it's like, you can't even compare us to anybody because we offer that much good stuff. It's like, well, it's silly if I don't pay for this course.
Yeah, no, I think that's a really good idea, because I think most of the partners that are working with us, whether they are doing that or they're not, they're all capable of doing it.
Yeah.
You've run your own business for 3 years, 5 years, 17 years. You've got a lot of knowledge that is not in the personal training course, but as a brand new personal trainer, you would want to know. And that's really important that you spend like an extra weekend at the end of the course teaching them how to get the first 5 clients. So all those things that the big companies can't, because they don't have, the face time for it. Everything is just like deadlines and money's got to be in and out, where you've got that extra time, and obviously it worked for you with so many sales.
We did like after the first call, we sent out like a brand builder, so like 10 questions that they got back in touch with us. And it's really simple. It's not something that we've spent loads of time on to create. It was like ChatGTP. They filled out 10 questions. We put into ChatGTP. They pulled out an origin story that they could start to work on. And we already got them thinking business. We gave them some like homework before the course started. And we literally spend 15 to 20 minutes at the start of each block, just kind of giving them that value that they can go home. So they have a piece of homework in the booklet and a piece of homework in business. And so all the time they're kind of marrying the two up. So it's not even massively time consuming. It's just having that energy, passion to be like, you can do this, let's put things in motion.
And I think people will see just from this 10-minute interview we're doing now, that when you're talking to people, did you do phone calls or Zoom, or when you're speaking?
A little bit of everything really, Ian. We did, I asked them. So I had 2 sales just off DMing. Yeah. Like they were a lot younger and you could just tell they wanted to message, that was fine. Yeah. Then we had 2 that was just voice notes. Yeah. And then I had probably the 50% of them came down to the gym and met me in person. That was the kind of older, probably like people in the late 20s and 30s. And then we had just members of the gym who we don't set. I never sold a course like you will be an in-person personal trainer at the end of this. I kind of met them where they were at, and it was like, okay, you run a really successful business, but this is your passion, but you're an exceptional powerlifter. You could just deliver online programming for powerlifters.
Yeah.
And, we kind of really, scoped out everybody's options. So there was in the room, there's no conflict of interest, because I speak to 18 people differently about this is where you're at, this is where you could go. So I think it's worth, if you're hosting the course, spending a little bit of time on going, well, you could be a personal trainer in a gym, you could work for a corporate like a Pure Gym, a Fitness First. We've also rang our local one up, so they're going to have them for a day to show them how that kind of a gym works.
Yeah,
we did.
It's just the passion, isn't it? I can tell the way you're just speaking with me now. This is something that you really like, you really love. But it's just you as a person. I think this is the thing. If you get people on a sales call and you're just answering some questions and talking about it, people, I think, I want to train with you because you're so kind of fired up, and I think I'm going to learn everything I need. And you've got to have that energy when you're on the phone calls, and obviously, guys. So. Yeah. So getting everything set up from our end, as in, helping you with the lesson planning and what they've got to learn and booklets and all the kind of technical stuff like that. Have you found that's been a fairly easy kind of process, or?
Yeah, I think at first it's scary, isn't it? Especially when you go to talking about advertisements and Facebook ads, because I am a technophobe. It's not my field. And I was like, right. And, we got on a few calls, and it was really, the training's comprehensive. It's like, do this, move this cursor here, click this button, and then it's like, oh, okay, I've got there. Yeah. So you get taught it. It's not like, you just get left to your own devices. The booklets are great. We've taken the lesson plans that Kieran has given us, and then kind of after a conversation with him, he was like, but mould it to however you want. Yeah. He's like, if it doesn't make sense doing it this way, do it this way. And soon as he said that, it's like, oh yeah. So we just kind of run it. We run a sample class every week and embed bones, muscles, cardiovascular training methods and principles of training were all within that practical learning. So it's like, it is really easy once you kind of get your head around just delivering it in a practical way.
Yeah, and I think when you first delivered your very first personal training session, you were probably nervous. And then when you did your first teaching session, you're nervous. And when you do this, but it's good, isn't it? Get yourself out your comfort zone. If you just want to be a PT for the rest of your life, that's fine. Yeah. There's many other options you've got, and you've just got to take that one step out of your comfort zone and, and kind of really show that passion and just get stuck into it.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what is the future of Ford Ed?
I think it'll be a huge staple in our gym, and I think purely because we want it to be, because I think that we've got so much to offer. So what we're doing, the coaches that are doing it now, they're the PT course. We've kind of found a lady who already does massage. We brought her into the personal training course. We're going to get her to qualify our staff who haven't got the qualifications in massage. And then we've got the instant setup of that. And then off the back of that, we'll come into nutrition. So I think we're going to offer, probably in a year or two's time, a full year diploma. So people come to us and study, because we take on work experience 3 times a year. We offer loads of kind of opportunities to the schools locally. We've got a good relationship there. So I think if I was going to predict what it would be, I think we would be the place that local schools, private or comprehensive, send children in kind of year 11 to 6th form who don't want to go to university. They're into sport and they'll come to us. I think that's where it will naturally go. And I think in the meantime, we will just keep doing what we're doing and attracting the people that, like what we deliver.
Sure. And I think you say once you get the PT courses running, then the massage, then the nutrition. I mean, turnover wise, you could be looking at 160,000 a year just from education. Not a lot of hours. When you think really only 5 hours to run it, to make that sort of money. Your overheads are already covered by the gym and everything else. But
exactly.
You can get another course running with similar numbers to that. I mean, most people would be happy with 8 or 10 people on a course. So you can that out the park. But it just shows there's a lot of people out there that do want to become personal trainers. Area not saturated. That's another thing that people have in their mind. Goes lots of people can be personal trainers online in your area. You open face-to-face courses. 18 people in that area wanted the face-to-face by you. in the first few months. So it's not saturated. There's plenty of people out there that want to be.
Absolutely. Yeah. You just got to know what you're selling and who you're selling it to, I think, and know that you need to know that there's a variety of options out there, because there's a variety of clients that want different things. There's loads of people out there that don't want to come to a gym. Yeah. So you could be a PT in someone's home, and so it's just, as the educator, knowing that. I mean, I would advise, we pay our staff a really high hourly rate. Mm-hmm. So I would make sure that you offer the people that you want to do the course a really good number, and then you get that investment from them. And then when you've got more minds on it, everything happens quicker. We've got our social media girl on it. We've got our strength and conditioning guy on it. We've got our in-house, really successful personal trainer on it. So I think if you reward the right people, it will come back to you tenfold.
Fantastic. If anyone's watching this thinking, I'm not sure I might want to get involved, what's the experience like been working with me, Kieran, and Cathal and the rest of the team and things? And what would you say to someone kind of considering adding this to their gym?
Yeah, I would say if you are in a place where, your gym could be thriving or not, but if you're in a place where you've either got time, and I would say time would be 4 to 5 hours a week initially, so it's not massive. If you've got that kind of time and energy and you want to grow your business and your eyes on your business, it's a definite. Working with you guys, super simple, super easy. Got a problem, you're going to look into it. So there's no stupid question to be asked, just ask it. And yourself, Dom, Kieran, you're straight on the phone and responsive, fantastically. And then we've had some teething errors with kind of email and stuff, and you're helpful all the time, so you'll put something in place while the other things getting fixed, which is great.
Yeah, great. Okay, well, I really appreciate you spending a few minutes on here, just letting everyone know how you've got on and things. I'm going to share it with the rest of the group as well to share some inspiration. So
brilliant.
Appreciate that, and I'll see you soon.
Yeah, okay, thank you.